everyone?
Hi.
We are back today with another video. This video isn't on anything specifically VIPKid content related, but it's on something that's very important and something that a lot of you have approached us asking this question. And so the big question is it even worth applying to VIPKid during this whole COVID-19 situation? Such an important question, so we are here to address it. And our big answer is yes. It is still worth applying to VIPKid, but we are going to be totally honest with you and tell you that there's a ton of challenges with this new terrain, with this new situation that we're dealing with. And so this video is going to address those challenges, and then we're going to get to why you should still apply. Biggest challenge right now, or one of the biggest challenges, is that there is an influx of applicants to VIPKid. There's tons of people applying, and this is because, as you know, a lot of people aren't able to go to work anymore, so they're stuck at home, and so they're looking for ways to make money from home online. Other people may have been laid off of their job, unfortunately, so that's another reason people are turning to online companies. And if we're thinking about family situations, maybe someone's spouse or partner was laid off, or maybe they're taking care of a sick family member. So people are just looking for ways to survive, to keep the family going and lifted. And so a lot of people are looking at online companies. It's the hot topic right now. Online companies is bumping. But this means for us VIPKid teachers, there's tons of applicants. There's a lot more competition. And so this definitely may affect bookings. I can't say for certain, but I mean, if you think about it logically, it probably would affect bookings because there's just so many more teachers that students have to choose from. So that is definitely one of the biggest challenges, and Maya's going to tell us about another challenge.
Yeah, so not only are there a bunch of people applying and like a huge influx of teachers, there's also a lot of people that aren't able to go to the office in the actual VIPKid headquarters in Beijing, and also on the North American side, there's people who, because when you do the contract for VIPKid, you have to do like a background check and all that kind of stuff that you normally have to do for a job. But as you know, all of those services are limited right now on our side, and then on their side, they don't have as much staff that can go in their office, or in their offices. They don't actually think any of their staff are going in their offices. So mock interviews are being scheduled like at a more delayed pace. Contracts are being reviewed at a more delayed pace. There's just like delays all around, really, just delays. So it's just getting harder for people to get hired more quickly. People are still getting hired. It's not that people aren't getting hired and aren't teaching classes. The process is just taking longer. So we ask, if you do want to apply with VIPKid, that you're patient, because everyone's just doing their best, the best that they can right now, with all this craziness, and those two things kind of a lot of people and then not a lot of staff are kind of clashing, and causing just delays.
Another challenge, which actually is not a challenge in the grand scheme of things, so it's kind of weird to call it a challenge, but in China, I'm very happy finally they've got the virus under control. So this does mean that kids in different parts are going back to school. And so why does this matter to us? Well, back in February or January, I'm not sure exactly when China was on the really hardcore lockdown, the kids were at home all day long, which means that they were just taking classes after classes after classes. So a lot of people reported at that time that their bookings were skyrocketing because there's just so much demand for our services. But so now that China is getting things under control, like I said, people are going back to school, the kids are going back to school, so there's less children who are taking classes. So that is a challenge on our end, but like I said, in the grand scheme of things, it's a really great thing. But we just mention it because it does affect our bookings on our end. All right, so one thing we do want to emphasize is that with bookings, we just don't know. When I say we, it's not just Maya and I, it's literally everybody. You'll see on YouTube that there's a lot of VIPKid teachers coming out with videos talking about bookings. No one has the answer, to be honest. You know, in the same way this pandemic hit us out of nowhere, bookings are just kind of everywhere as well, you know. Some people are reporting that their bookings are going up. Some people are reporting that their bookings are going down. And there's just really no concrete explanation for what's happening. So that is definitely something that we want to emphasize. You might sign up and you might see tons of bookings. You might sign up and you might not see that many bookings right away. It will happen. It might not happen right away, but that's just like the moral of the story is that we don't have the answer, and we just want to be super honest about that.
With all that being said, we still think you should apply. There's tons of reasons why VIPKid is an awesome option, even if it's a little bit uncertain right now. The first of which being that online jobs in general, or online platforms in general, have high turnover rates because people are always kind of coming and going. The thing is with this specifically is that you're a freelancer, like you're an independent contractor. So people are coming and going as they please. Even though there's a 6-month contract with VIPKid, you don't really have to like open that many classes or whatever if you don't want to. You are your own boss essentially. You're just using their platform. Obviously you have to like show up to work and stuff or they will kick you out, but for the most part, like you are your own boss. You make your own hours, you open up slots when you want to open up slots. So I don't have the answers. None of us have the answers right now, but I just think logically as things start to level out, as people start going back to work, as people aren't working from home as much, it'll kind of level out, like work from home wise, and because of the higher turnover rate, we do think things will like level out. So this is just kind of something good to have. And Chantal will touch more on why she thinks it's something good, why we think it's something good to have.
Yeah. So another reason why you should apply is just simply that you'll always have this as an option, right? VIPKid to apply to become a VIPKid teacher, it's not a super onerous process. It does take some time, it does take some effort, but it's something that you can definitely do. And I mean, why not just have this as an option? Who knows, maybe like 5 months down the line, a year down the line, you might be looking to supplement your income. So all you gotta do is pull out your, VIPKid option from your back pocket and it's there for you. So it doesn't hurt is really what we're saying, just to have this, in your toolkit. And another reason why you should apply is because, I mean, who doesn't want to have a work from home option? Working from home is amazing. You know what I mean? Like I can work out and then 5 steps later, I'm at work, I can roll out of bed, I have to do something to my hair a little bit, kind of fix myself up just a tiny bit, but you just roll out of bed and you're at work, right? Like who doesn't want a work from home option? So we do have a video on the pros and cons of VIPKid. It's our very first video on our YouTube channel, so check that out. We're gonna put it, like I guess Maya just pointed there, so we'll probably put it over here or wherever we're gonna put it. So just check that out because having a work from home option, why not, right?
Yeah, I second that. Like I'm literally in like my pajamas on the bottom and you can't see. And this is what it's like when I work from home. I literally just roll out and I'm like, you can just like be in your underwear. I don't know, like maybe don't do that. But like you can be in your pajama bottoms and no one will know. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. So with all of this in mind, we have a couple of recommendations. The first one being is just to get on it. So as things are taking long and things are getting delayed, you might as well just apply. And people like oftentimes wait a long time to do their demo is pretty quick because it's a really quick interview process, but then there's something called the mock class, which is basically like a 30-minute interview where you teach a class to one VIPKid staff. And as staffing numbers are low, that stuff is taking like a while to either get an appointment or process or evaluate or whatever. So instead of waiting all the time, because I know that even I like applied, did my demo, and then waited like 3 months to do my mock class. I don't recommend doing that in this time right now. I recommend just doing everything as fast as possible. We can help you with your mock class and all that. We'll talk about that at the end, but yeah, so we recommend just getting on it as fast as possible and just getting as many certifications as you can, because you have some kind of like downtime right now. Well, a lot of us have downtime at least. Getting as many certification like right from the beginning can be a really good option. I mean, at least I would approach it that way, because so you have the option of doing like level 2 and 3 and doing level 4 and 5 in your mock class and getting both certifications for both of those levels with each interview. So that's separate things. So level 2 and 3 and level 4 and 5. Those are your two options. You can just get those two certifications right from the beginning if you want. You don't have to. You can like wait till you get certified in level 2 and 3, then get hired, then apply to get certified in level 4, then apply to get certified in level 5. That to me right now in this context seems like it would take longer than just getting level 2 and 3 and then level 4 and 5 right from the beginning. It's more work like right up front because you're having to prepare for 2 mock classes, but I do think it will pay off because then you have 4 certifications, which means more likelihood of getting as many kids booked as you can right from the beginning. So that's just our suggestion of how to go about things from the beginning, and also just taking the time to like get your classroom set up, get things looking nice, get creative with how to make your background if you can't go out to like, I don't know, the dollar store or Target or wherever to, we don't have a Target in Canada, Walmart, to like do all the things. Do we have Target?
I think we did, and then we don't. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Yeah, me either. Okay. Anyways, so if you can't really go out right now and you're scared to go out for those things, we totally understand, but you can take the time to like really get creative in your house and see what you can put in your background and make your class really nice so that you attract more students. So just taking the time to do those little things in order to like better yourself as a teacher so that when your bookings do come, you're killing the game like right from the beginning.
Yep, absolutely. I second everything Maya said. All good stuff. Another recommendation that we have for you is that get your contract in right away. So the second they offer you that contract, the second they tell you they want to hire you, obviously read through the contract. You should always read through all of your contracts because you don't want to be selling your soul to like, I don't know what, but you're not selling your soul to anything with VIPKid, I promise. But read the contract. Just read the contract, but get it in as soon as possible, because if you just sit on that, other people are going to get it in before you, and then before you know it, you're like number 300 in the queue, and it's just going to take longer for you to actually get hired. So once you get that contract, read through it, sign it, send it back so that you're, at the top of their list. And our final recommendation is that you give it your all when you do these classes, because the more you show up and you show that you're excited, you have a nice classroom set up, you're really putting in effort, you'll likely snag a lot of regulars from the beginning. And you really rely on your regulars in this business, because there's turnover rate on the other side too with the kids. Like sometimes the kids are going to other online English companies, like I don't know, Cute Kids, Go-Go Kids, whatever. But if they find a teacher that they really connect with, that they really like, they'll stick with you, and you'll like it's super cute. You'll build like a cute little teacher-student relationship with them across the months, and you see them grow, you see them get better, and it's just like a really uplifting job. So those are our recommendations for you. We hope that you still apply, and Maya and I are here to support you if you do decide to apply. All you have to do is use our referral code, which we'll put in the description box, and we'll put it like, I don't know, up, down, somewhere in this video, wherever, just input that right at the beginning, because if you pass the demo stage, then you aren't able to input a code, and then we won't be able to help you, unfortunately. But yes, Maya and I are here to answer your questions. Check us out on Instagram as well. We're posting some cute, fun things on there. You can find us at Maya Shanti Teach, and email us at mcvipkidjourney@gmail.com, especially if you use our referral code, because we're not able to contact you. We don't get your contact information. So when you do use our code, make sure you reach out to us and let us know, and we'll start the mentorship process. And we're just super excited to help you along the way. And anything I'm missing, Maya?
No, you got it.
Okay. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.
Bye.